Hey guys, and welcome on back. So, we are picking up a little ways after the last episode left off. I've done a little work off camera getting some trade routes fixed. Worked out the grapes down here. Apparently, we actually did have enough grapes after I built those last two. But I did need to put another warehouse in to collect more of them faster. So, that should take care of the grapes, and we should start getting grapes in again. I don't know if we've got any extra. Yeah, we've got a few now. So I have adjusted that. I have adjusted our trade routes going down here, bringing iron and coal. So now we have more than enough of both of those. So we should not run out of steel bars anymore up here. And I've kind of just done a little bit of other tweaking just to make sure we had plenty of everything, which I think we do now. I think we're getting pretty good on it all. Another thing I want to kind of just point out and discuss real quick is I am using a new calculator. If you know before, I have been using the deathwingstudios.com calculator from the wiki. I've been using it for months now, and it's a very good calculator. A few people have had some weird bugs with it that I think kind of ended up boiling down to Java settings with their computer and not liking the Unity program that it's built in. But another user had created another calculator at around the same time early on in the game. His name is, let me find his name real quick because I'm going to butcher it if I don't look at it. Sauerbraten95 on Discord. He created one called Nihol at GitHub. I believe I've linked this before, and I've talked about it before, but I have decided to completely switch over. So let me show you real quick what this calculator looks like.
To the edge of the world.
Now, I have shown this before, but I want to kind of go over it real quick for anyone interested in this calculator right here. It's the same premise as the Deathwing Studios one. You put in your population up here. There is no place for houses. That one seemed to confuse people a lot of times because they kept trying to put in that number of houses, which it's hard to find the number of houses for anything other than farmers. So you put in your number of residents, and it spits out how many you have to build. How many buildings you have to build. And you go through and you adjust your percentages as needed. The thing that and the thing I like about this though, the main reason I decided to switch to this one is right here under the triple gear icon, you can put in any specialists you have that change production types. So like Chef Michael, for instance, he's a very popular one. He gets rid of the artisanal kitchen and lets you use pigs. And also lets you see a lot of the other ones, like some I haven't seen yet. Like the cementer that gives you clay. I have the glass maker. Like I've never seen Marcel Forcas, who I'd figured out who this is so Guy Forcas was in Anno 1404. Okay, so this is a throwback to Forecast from 1404. Marcel is the name of a Blue Byte employee who also goes by the name of Calm Raven on Discord, and he is very active with the community. We talk to him a lot. He's a great guy. Love him to death. He is such a great guy. He's very, very helpful, gives us lots of good insights into what's going on behind the scenes of the game. Love talking to Marcel. So I believe that is a nod to him, Marcel, and then Forecast, and I found it really funny. But anyways, so there are other ones like the Recipe Archivist that changes the artisanal kitchen. So there's quite a few. Some I've never seen before. I haven't seen Maxine Graves. That's kind of cool. Get rid of the pigs and uses beef. Johann the Inventor. I don't believe I've seen him before. I've seen Master Craftsman Frank, but I don't have it in this particular playthrough, although he would be kind of cool to have. And this one right here would be neat to have, to get rid of the need for the brass for the eyeglasses. So, and stale bread. Yeah, these are all kind of neat. I really want to get some of these. Anyways, this is why I like this particular calculator. It's because I can put in those, and it changes the input that you have to have. So down here under canned food, now instead of having the whole artisanal chain ordeal, it simply says you need pigs, iron to can food. So I've decided to make the switch over to this calculator. It's got a lot more information. It's basically the same information as Deathwing had. It's just all on one big page. And based on some feedback that I gave Sauerbratton, he has kindly gone in and given us the ability to make multiple islands and to save the data. So that is based on some feedback that I gave him that I thought would be really helpful, and he was kind enough to go in and do that. So yeah, new calculator. The link to it will be in the description down below. Check it out. I love it to death. Great calculator. It's already helped me immensely get a few things worked out with the city. So yeah, enough of me rambling on about the calculators. Let's actually do something. So yeah, cherry dots have been fixed up. And a couple of people kind of guessed, not directly, but they guessed basically what it is I'm doing. I'm planning on making some poor areas of town. So we got 27 minutes until he gets mad at us. Okay. I'm planning on making some poor areas of town. My poor areas of town are going to be this harbor front right here. And probably over in here are going to be workers, just kind of a little bit grungier. I'm going to move some of these big polluting factories over into the middle of it. And I think it'd be really neat looking to make some grungier areas of town that aren't
With you as nurse,
so
I knew they'd
nice.
get well soon.
So without, let's quit talking. Oh, and as you can see, real quick, I have a lot more workforce now. So I want to let you know what I did there. I did what I said I was going to do with these guys, with the bicycle factories. I got rid of the one specialist that changed the workforce from artisans or engineers to workers back to engineers. So they're now using engineers as proper, and it's a little bit more. So I'm making more of the penny farthings. So yeah, there's that. Okay, now enough of me rambling on. Let's start moving some houses around, and we're going to prep this area. We're going to prep some of these areas for becoming grungier parts. Sorry, I'm staring at the screen trying to decide where to move stuff and get a little sidetracked on what I'm talking about here. So yeah, we're going to move these. I want to get the artisans over here onto this and just have all of this as artisans. And I'll probably destroy some of these artisans. I mean, seriously, I've got like 5 bajillion artisans. It's insane. I don't think I'm going to need that many. Let's do that. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day right now. I know I did. Very busy day. It was a good day. Got to spend a little time at my farm, playing with the horses and visiting with all my animals out there. And got to come home and gawk at the price of moving companies. Didn't pay said moving company to, you know, come in and get ready to move all my stuff, because I don't want to move all my stuff by myself anymore. Not when there's people that you can pay to do it for you. I will gladly shell out the money if I don't have to haul furniture into a new house. I'm almost 40 years old, guys. I'm kind of outlived the whole. I've done enough of the moving by myself. Let's put it that way. Done enough of that. Had the fun. Got the t-shirt. Moving on. Alright. Let's go this way. Yeah, there we go. I do want to leave a little space because I might squeeze some factories in. Because that is a good trade union right there, so I might want to squeeze a few factories in. Where does it end? Okay, so we could get some houses up in here. So let's make sure we leave a little space. I
We like to think
space.
independently.
Oh, I'm sure you like to think independently. Alright, there we go. That's looking better. Oh my goodness, you know what? Just make it all go away. I know, I kept saying I was going to get towards 100,000, and then here I am just destroying houses. But you know what? It's okay. It'll all be okay. Probably could have just, you know, downgraded them instead of destroying them outright, but
So, Snake Eyes, is that how it
at
is?
some point you just have to learn to go with it. Alright, so this is going to be a bit grungier area of town now. We're going to get rid of these nice little parks that we had built. Actually, it looks like. I hope you if you can hear me sniffling, I do apologize. My nose is a little stopped up today. There we go. Okay. Kind of want to do this.
Same.
You know what? Let's leave some of that right there open, I think. Surround that with a few houses. Now these guys will need a not a warehouse. They're gonna need a market. So let's go ahead and put a market in somewhere. So not right there. Go away. Let's see. I keep running the same problem. I don't really want those houses right up on top of it.
No, it is upsetting.
Now I could, you know, I could just downgrade these guys, couldn't I? There's a thing I could have done. Oh, dang
Rather
it!
drown and slip.
Upgrade. Oh yeah, I could have done that. So I'm sure people are screaming at me right now. You could have downgraded them. Yeah, but it didn't take too long to upgrade them either. It's gonna be okay, guys.
You reached a new milestone.
Now let's move. Let's see. Let's move these big, nasty, polluty factories. You like that word? I just came up with that word, polluty. Let's move them. God, I'm so dumb sometimes. Let's move these guys over to here. Let's see where a good spot for him is going to be. It actually looks like right there would be a perfect little spot for him. We also need to remember that we've got a. Oh, wait a minute. Is that? Oh. Hey, look. Guess what, guys? It's off by a single tile.
Now to smuggle it out.
Yeah, you go smuggle it out. I'm gonna find a place for some of these buildings here. We'll just rearrange this little section of town right here. Nice little redesign over here. Sometimes a redesign is a good thing. Redesigns can be a good thing. go. I'm gonna put him over there. Now let's get rid of all of this mess right here. Let's move you out of the way for the moment. Now I do have a trade union around here somewhere. There he is. I do want to move this trade union over here because he was affecting that particular building right there. I think I want to move him out here actually. Yeah. Although I just thought of something. Isn't this one
Direct
over here?
current now.
That one over there is actually fine. We've got, I think we have steam motors like coming out of our butt. Yeah, we've got plenty, so that's fine.
We are keen to
Although that does make it produce extra light bulbs. That's handy. That is a handy thing, actually, to produce extra light bulbs. Yeah. Let's get him moved. Alright, let's move you there. You to right there. Fine. How far does that stretch over? I think we can
Shine your
do
blow
a bit better
lamp
than
on
that.
this, would ya?
No, not right now,
Take
buddy.
you for a change.
Little busy. Just a little bit busy right now.
One final look.
Yes, fine.
Can
One
I
final
interest you
look.
in
What we
this
got?
recently
That
polished
cancels each other out. Sewing machines will just go into overwrite
app?
that,
After all,
pretend that
papers
didn't
are,
happen.
Of course, you know what's best.
And look, all fixed. Now, what was that? Let's put you here. Let's put you here. Let's move some homes around again. We'll get everybody situated here in just a few. Just got to figure out where all these houses, all these buildings are going to go. Make this look kind of grungy area, very polluted area. Very, very polluted. Okay, you have to be right there, it looks like, in order to get access to the trade union, and that's fine. You can go right there. He needs to turn around this way, because
I am so
faces
happy
the right
someone
way.
could help us.
Now, there. I'll take that out. We're gonna go there and there. We're gonna move him up here. There. Okay, I like it. I like it. Let's see. Okay, this can go away. Alright, and now they're both using filaments and everything. That's very good. And what else? A steam engineer. Oh, that also affects the cab assembly line. Right. Let's see. Do I have anything else that can go into there? Don't need any workforce reducing items. That's not helpful. That's not helpful. Kilns, oil power plants, kitchens, slaughterhouses, carpentry works, produces extra veneers, provides electricity. That's kind of a, need to keep that one in mind. May use that. Oh, that one makes pearls, and that one's a good one too. fur dealers. No, doesn't look like we have anybody else that would be handy in there. So we'll just leave that slot open for the moment. We may find something else that we can put into there. I wonder, carpentry works. I wonder if that affects wood veneers. Let's see. Let's find out if that affects wood veneers or not. Because it's a, I mean, a wood veneer is a carpentry workshop. Where's he at? No, not that. I think it does, actually. I think I just saw it
you
pop up.
wouldn't leave disappointed.
Yeah, it does. Occasionally produces extra pearls. Okay, cool.
Fine.
Well, we'll just move the wood veneer production right to there.
After you, that's on dry land.
So good to see you, Uncle.
Okay, now let's finish off this gritty little part of town right here. Somehow, still kind of messing around with exactly what I want this to look like.
Fine.
But people have been the people have spoken. They have been clamoring for a bit of.
The festival has ended.
From Friday to Monday.
We are going
The
to
city
turn
has
off
grown uglier.
work clothes. Yeah, we're gonna turn off the work clothes because I don't need them to have that, and they'll use it all up. So we're gonna disable that one. I kind of like it like this, you know, factories surrounded by worker homes right here on the waterfront. That to me looks the most realistic and ideal. Let's also move this guy over here somewhere. Where will you fit? Where are you gonna fit in for me here? You seriously won't go right there. I need you down one. You gotta be like that. Let's move him there. Let's move this guy right to there.
Welcome to the manufactory.
We are going to leave it turned off, but we will move it over there. That gets all of our industry away from the front of the town, and this opens this right here up for some other stuff. We still have the chassis plant, but we can move the chassis over here. Let's see, where's a good spot for this thing right here going to be? We'll just put him right there. We'll mess with it later. This is going to open up this whole front section right here for me to do some other stuff with. Because this whole front section right here needs a revamp, and it needs a little bit of love. It's looking kind of crazy.
Ceasefire has ended.
And I haven't been super happy with it in a while, so. None of this over here is electrified, it looks like. Okay, that's electrified. But these are not. I can fix that real quick.
We've an unshakable bond of trade
Now
that
it's all
cannot be
electrified.
shook.
The only thing it's not electrified, it looks like, is that sand mine, but that's okay. These, okay, that one is not electrified. You just need to go through and make sure everything has electricity. And shuffle as needed. Alright, that's good, that's good. All of that's electrified. Let's move this over to here, move this up to there. We'll move him over into town somewhere. I mean, I don't want my beer being made around all that pollution. That's awful. Put the beer over there, kind of away from the super polluty part of town. Super polluty. Alright. Road going right here. what's left to be moved around? Looks like this guy right here is asking for a new home. I feel like he wants a new home. But kind of away from all the others. They're getting kind of stacked in there. Here we go. There. Oh, come on now. Why you gotta do me like this? There we go. That'll do. Alright. Let's get a few more houses set up in here somewhere. Somehow. Now, as for the market, I'm going to actually put the market over across from the church. I think that fits pretty well. You got a market, you got the church. Like so. Factory right over there. It's starting to come together. We don't need a school over here though. That can go. And that little road right there can go. Alright. Starting to come together. I'm starting to like this area a bit more now. We got to figure out this situation right here, of course, which is probably going to be one of my fun little crazy setups that I have to do on occasion.
Wibble's sock. Not recently.
I'm gonna turn
Have
you down.
You forgot all I told
Bye. Alright. Yeah, anyways. Don't I have somebody that provides electricity? Yes. You know what, let's do that.
Bugs.
That will decrease the... Yeah, let's do this. Okay, I know what I'm going to do with this right here. Let's move that there. Let's move that to there.
A fire broke out.
And then let's get that in. Okay, now everything is provided with electricity and takes fewer workers. Perfect. Now we just kind of spread these guys out. I mean, as spread out as you can get. I mean, it's not going to be perfect by any means, but you know, it'll get the job done. Now, it looks like that one's only going to be 225. Yeah, that's going to be fine, I think. We have one more that we need to squeeze in over here. Okay, there we go. There's all of them. And we have a little room if we need to add a few more in too. So, and we're going to just weave some houses through it. And, you know, we're actually going to make this some dirt roads, like so, and put in a few trees. Kind of a dirty little back alley sort of situation going on over here, I would say. Yeah, I like that. What I might actually also want to do is add in. Oh God, where can I put this even in at? Right there. That'll work. Because we're probably gonna need a little more fish up here, so might as well add in a little bit more. This is kind of coming together the way I want it to right here, guys. I do believe it is. Oh, not that one. Now I know I'm adding a lot of trees and stuff in, but it's fine. I can justifies it.
From Friday to Monday.
I mean, it's still the capital of the empire, so it's still got to look, you know, halfway decent. I think Queenie would be mad if it didn't. There we go. Alright, let's just get down our last few homes right here. You know, this road right here is actually kind of superfluous. That is my New York day. Superfluous. You know what it looks like if I move this right to, yeah, right to there. I could actually get another one connected in. Awesome.
I still don't trust you.
Yeah, I don't trust you either. Feelings mutual, bud. And put that there, and then we can stick in just a row of trees back to separate it out a little bit. And now that one is also covered, so there, that covers all of them right there. And we have a whole empty. Now why is that road? Oh, it's double road because the, okay, because of that guy right there. That's fine. So it looks like technically this is the correct road. So let's adjust for the correct road. There we go. Alright. That is adjusted for the correct road. And we'll pull those trees right there down. Okay. Now I'm just putting a bunch of trees in for the moment, but I will go back and do, you know, something a little more interesting with it later on. But this just kind of gets us started right there. Alright, I think I'm getting pretty happy with this right here. We've got ourselves a reasonable little working class area. A lot of factories, a very polluted side of town right here. I'm gonna have to mess around with this a little bit more off camera, of course, to keep kind of playing around with the layout and how I want it to look, because it's not perfect yet. It's getting there. It's getting where I would like to have it, but I still need to do a little bit more work to it to get it just right. So I am going to take care of that off camera, and then I will come back and show you what I have created, and we can see if you like it or not. And if you don't like it, well, you know, hey, tell me if you don't like it, and we'll see what we can do about changing it. Oh, hey, look, our ceasefire's up. Guess what? I'll give you money.
Oh, we can hold
Throw
on.
money
I
at
also
you.
have my wife and children to think
There we go.
about.
So yeah, tell me what you think so far about this little idea that I've got. This is not the full plan that I have going forward for some working class areas. This is a start. I haven't built one of these in a long time, so I've got to. I'm kind of rusty, to be honest, on how I want to build this. So it's going to take a little time to get it how I want it to look, but it's a start. It does look kind of cool from this angle right here, though. All the varying heights of buildings, and then the houses kind of crammed up against the factories and stuff.
So good to see you.
I don't think it looks too awful bad. I think I can make it look like something. And I think it will get it to work. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if any changes you'd like to see, or maybe maybe some different layouts or something like that. Give me your input. You know, I would love to get some input on what's going on here. I've had several comments about some different stuff. One is, y'all are some bloodthirsty people. Yes, we will have a war soon. I'm gathering back up a bunch of influence. You all will have a war very soon, I promise. That is on the list. The other thing is, along with the war will come new battle cruisers, so those will get named. I have some names coming up that people have suggested to me. And let's see, there was a few other things, mostly just about suggestions on building and things they'd like to see. So all of your suggestions are taken. I do take note of all of those suggestions and I write them all down. And I try to implement as many as I possibly can. So if you have something you'd like to see, let me know. And I'll do what I can to incorporate that. So anyways, guys, that's enough for me for the evening. I hope you have enjoyed the episode. If you did, go ahead and leave a like down below, comment, and subscribe for more content from you if you're not already subscribed. Until the next one, guys, take care.